That's pretty. I could just go and buy a new one, couldn't I? But we are live, by the way, honey.
Oh, wait.
Yes, we are.
Oh.
Good afternoon to anyone that has joined in on this lovely Sunday. Hope you can hear myself and Beck okay.
I'm not speaking.
Well, that's that's fine. It's not a big deal.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's not a big
good.
deal. You're not speaking really. You speak enough. Hi to Paul Slade and
Right, thank
Michelle
you.
and Bucklewye and Lincoln Seller. This is how we spend our Sundays, isn't it, honey? In separate
In
rooms.
different rooms.
Yeah, so we thought,
It's the secret to a long,
this is,
happy marriage.
yeah, icon retro. Yeah, definitely. If you want a long, happy relationship, we recommend you don't spend any time together. You
Be
should,
in separate rooms at
the
all
bare
times.
minimum. However,
Yeah.
you should eat together, right, honey?
Yeah,
E-
definitely.
Eating together is important. I
Definitely.
think so. Yes. Oh gosh, the chat thing is quite big. I think. Hold on, the chat box. I might need to make it a little bit
Have you
smaller
made a
there.
mistake?
Never. Me? No, I don't think so. We've got Icon Retro, Richard Howe, Antiques, Karen says, well, hello there, you lovely pair. Claire Borden, Darren Smart. Wow, hi Daz, how are you? Margaret Stewart, Myra Elaine, KLC Reselling, who, by the way, has an amazing channel and has launched an amazing item on Etsy. And I was not taking the mic. Thank you for joining in, KLC Reselling.
Man, I
Shazad.
can't believe I can't believe
It
you
was
put that in
bad
the
time.
title.
It was bad
It's
timing.
bad timing.
It was bad timing. That's what it was. Hold on, I'm just gonna make this smaller still because it's still bigger than I want it to be. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining. Appreciate it. You don't have to, obviously, because we're just all we're doing is chilling out. It's a Sunday hangout, and as the title says, I'm going to do something financially responsible today. And I thought it would be good to share it with you guys. Shazad's in the chat. Karen says, "Heck yes, long happy relationship. Spend as little time together as possible, except at dinner time, right? Dinner time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think dinner time you have to bring it in. I think there's no doubt in my mind. Dinner time, bring it in, and it's the way to be. And Mantic says, me and the missus spend time in separate rooms. My missus normally in the kitchen. Goat Jazz says, afternoon. Paul Slay says, this better be good as I'm in the middle of playing Fortnite. I mean, listing. Nothing wrong with playing Fortnite on a Sunday. In fact, it's
No.
something I want to do as well. Barry Brown has joined us as well. And Jay Dennis says, spend your Sunday looking like aircraft flight controllers. Go on, say to take runway 30, left 5. Yeah. Look, again, my first financially responsible thing is, because it's cold out here, I could put the heating on, couldn't I? I could put the
Yeah.
heating on. But instead, I'm going to just wear something warm. And I could go out and buy a jumper or something. But even better, I got this jacket for absolutely free. It was cheaper than the bins. This was actually part of my last paid employment. This is
Yeah,
my
you just had to drive to Manchester and waste money on our fuel and stuff like that.
Oh
Getting
no,
there.
but I got the
Yeah,
fuel
it didn't
back.
cost you a thing.
I got the fuel back though, didn't I, hun? To be fair, you can't say that. Like the fuel came back.
Didn't
Right?
cost you a thing, honey.
It didn't cost a thing, right?
Didn't cost you your
Nothing.
time,
Oh, time. I got
money,
paid for my.
nothing.
I was remunerated for my time with the pay. We got the fuel
Yeah,
back.
so,
So
okay, so,
you know,
yeah, and the other things that it cost us, right? So I was then getting a weekly bus pass. So was Hannah. Okay,
okay,
so
yeah,
there's a cost there.
yeah, okay.
So it's not technically true
Well, okay
that
then.
the jacket didn't cost you anything, because it did. Just
Well,
putting it out there.
you had to all over my cornflakes, didn't you, hun?
I did. I felt like it was that kind of day.
You had to, you had to really do that. Okay. Hi to Richard Payne. How are you? Shazad says, "Are you sure you want want her to what? I, I don't know what that means, Shazad. The message didn't come out right. Waiting for some excess stock to be picked up, then doing post here. And Karen also says family eats together, stays together. Yeah, definitely. I think that's one of the best things about this all. You have to kind of eat together.
Um,
Yes, I did steal my work uniform. I've got three shirts as well, which were far too big even for me, Karen. So I'm not going to do that. Myra says happiness might be separate houses. Wow, Tommy is awake already. Tommy Bernhard. I'm so gutted I missed Tommy's live stream yesterday or this
I
morning.
know.
I fell asleep 40 minutes before it was going live. I'm so
Yeah.
mad at myself. And
We
it was,
were
yeah.
trying to stay up as well. That was us trying.
Yeah, I actually made it to 40 minutes before the live stream. For those of you who don't know, Tommy Bernard's got an amazing channel over in the US where he basically chats whatever he wants with Tracy from Uniquely Me, and they are amazing. They had a great guest on. They really have. Oh, thank you for the super chat there, Louise. Appreciate it very much. Love you really both. Thanks for being so great. That's very kind of you, Louise. And Darren says the truth comes out 5 seconds into Z's responsible announcement. No, because I'm going to continue being responsible. I'm going to continue being responsible. Because there's something else I'm going to do on stream which is very responsible. So we'll go into that later. It's not that amazing, but for me it is. Tommy says he was really good. Yeah, yeah. Tommy had Aussie VHS Hunter, I think his name is, on his channel. Tommy Bernard in the chat. So if you haven't already gone over and subbed to him, I'm sure you will have. Please go over and do that. Also, by the way, guys, if anyone wants to join us on this StreamYard, you are
Oops.
more than welcome to. I can put the link into the chat. So if anyone wants to pop in
Okay.
and join us on their Sunday afternoon, you're more than welcome to just join us and chat with us.
I don't know.
I don't know what Beck's doing. Knowledge bomb paying the bill, says Gareth. No, there's no giveaway, Myra. We
Oh,
haven't got
damn
anything to
it.
give away yet. But today is quite an important day. It's that day where you realise that your phone contract is up for replacement. So, always an important day, I feel. And as you guys know, my phone is pretty busted. It's got what's the topic for the day? Says Marrakesh. We're not really topic people. But still, it's I'm we just came on live, all right, Marrakesh. We have no real plan, but I know that my phone is up for renewal today, and I can go on the 3 website and get my phone upgraded. As you can see, it's got a hole in it. It's busted up. There's a bit on the screen which, if there's an app which has a button at a certain point across the screen, I can't press that button because part of my screen is dead. So I could easily just go and get myself a new phone on upgrade. I wouldn't have to pay anything up front. I would just pay 20 something pound a month or 30 something pound a month. But you know what? I'm going to be financially responsible. And okay, some of you might say, well, that's a no-brainer. You're broke. Of course you're not going to get a new phone. But for me, it's a big deal, isn't it, hun? It's a big
It's a
deal.
massive deal. If you
What,
don't have a phone, it's a problem.
and especially like a nice phone. And I'm gonna actually keep persevering with my broken phone, where I can't tap certain points of the screen. It's around here somewhere where there's like a dead patch, where it doesn't matter what's there. And I'm gonna continue persevering with this, and I'm gonna go over to a SIM only deal. That is what I'm gonna do, and I may even stream that live. That is a huge deal for me, guys. So that is what is gonna happen. Might pop in when clothes picked up. Person coming from your old stomping ground, says Karen. Really? What's our old stomping ground? Like from Croydon? Thornton Heath? Someone's coming from Thornton Heath. Be careful if they are from Thornton Heath. Um, Barrow Boy
Just,
Woods.
just be careful.
Barrow Boy Woods says hi. Shazad says, I thought you loved topic bars. I do love topic bars. And the Hill says, more work. Um, Tommy says, it's a business expense. Go get it. No, but I need to reduce my costs. As Shazad says, get a SIM only plan to reduce the monthly cost. Sell that one for $100 on eBay. It's broken though. It would probably sell, but if I do that, I can buy a cheap phone. But I need to reduce my costs. Do you know what I'm currently paying, guys? I am paying £47 a month because of just stupidity, really. I can't really put any other reason for it. So I'm definitely going to be reducing it down, and I'm going to go for like a SIM only deal. I'm going to go for a complete SIM only deal, and I'm going to feel good. So yeah, Daniel G says, "De qué país es esto? Interesante." Ah, right, Daniel G. We are from the United Kingdom. We're from England. Thank you for popping in, Daniel G. I'm flattered that you have joined us from whichever amazing country. And I hope I haven't butchered that completely, but probably have. But you know,
You probably did.
yeah. De qué país es esto? I think that's what it means. Yeah, which country are you from? Interested. Yeah, yeah. So I'm from England, and yes, it's cold and grey. It's kind of a depressing Sunday, really. It's not really the best Sunday. Let me just whack that link in again in case anyone wants to pop in. I don't know if anyone has done. I'd mobile SIM only £5 a month. Is what Sophie has. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Everyone else does have a really good value deal. Everyone else has got quite a good SIM only deal. It's just me. Beck's contract's running out soon. She got an iPhone, which
Yeah, I was silly. I got an
yeah,
iPhone.
yeah. So we're going to be cutting down from £47 a month to £10 a month. I've checked my usage over the past few months, and I tend to use about 5 gigs. So the £10 a month SIM only deal only allows me 4 gigs of data. But if I'm careful, I'm sure I can fit into it. Jennifer Hayes has popped in, as has D Flipping Particles. Thank you for popping in, guys. Do appreciate it. And Michelle Lathan going in with the "Hola, de qué país eres?" Michelle is asking Daniel G which country he's from. And Louis says, "I might pop in later on if you're still about." Oh, thanks, Louis. That'd be cool. And Shazad says, 3 SIM, only 100 gig data, unlimited text and minutes, £18, says Shazad. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of. I don't think I need that much data. Beck can get NHS discount on mobile contracts. Is that true? You
I
might.
did not know that.
You probably can.
I know I can get like certain discounts, but there's like a card that I think I can get because I work for the NHS, which allows me to get like 25% off of
Really?
certain places and stuff, and I haven't done it because I'm just lame.
Ah,
So yeah.
okay. Silly, nothing like an iPhone for the normal user, says Tommy. Yeah, but you know, it's still, you can get cheaper phones, can't you? Really. And Darren says, by the way, my £10 monthly gift gaff is 7 gig. And D says, wow, I pay almost $300 for 4 phones and one is dumb. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I pay £47 a month. Beck pays about 37, and I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure the
but I've
kids
got
are only like very cheap.
yeah. I mean, I've got is it Hannah or I've got Zara on my contract. So she's got kind of a second line on my contract,
Yeah.
but hers works out at like something stupid like £8 or
And
£9.
Hannah's is about a
And the
tenner as
majority of
well.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, the majority of mine is just like my phone
Yeah.
because I
So,
was on a SIM only contract and then I decided I wanted to get a phone. So
yeah.
not the smartest decision.
Wow, it's expensive in America, from what I can see. Karen says my contract is £18 a month. EE hate me as I refuse to get a phone with a higher contract than that. My phone takes photos and has an eBay app. Oh, and rings. Does me. Mother's Mustache has popped in as well. Hi there, Mother's Mustache. And Tommy says, yeah, I paid $230 for 2 phones. 3 mobile, 8 GB unlimited data and text for £9. That must be for a new user. I'm looking for myself now. Let me just see. Let me just get the SIM deals up. Upgrade your SIM plan. Okay. So these are the plans that I can see. So these are the plans that I can actually see at the moment. That's what it's allowing me to choose. So you can see that I can get a 4 gig plan for £10 a month, unlimited data and text. I mean, I don't really want to change contract. I'm quite happy to just stick with. Shazad just clarifying it doesn't work for 3. So I think I might go for this plan because it is £10 a month. I normally use about 5 gig. 4 gig is okay. It will be a 5G ready that if I ever get that. So I might actually just choose this plan. I think I might just go for it. For me, that'll do. It's a lot less. Remember, I'm paying 47 at the moment. I'll use this phone for as much as I need. Your selected plan, okay. And I can do caps and things. Yeah, I'm just going to do that, I think. Hey, David. Have I missed the big announcement? Not really, David. This is the big announcement. I'm doing something financially responsible. I'm dropping my phone contract. I'm not going to upgrade to a new phone. I'm going to keep my phone and go SIM only. That is financially responsible. We'll be saving a whopping £37 a month by doing this. Use Uswitch. Shazad says I wouldn't. Really? I think it's quite a good deal. I think I'm going to go for it, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to go for it. That's my plan anyway. Ashley says you may get a better deal by phoning them. Cool. Yeah, I could do. That's not a bad idea. I could call them. I don't have to rush in, but it is still a lot cheaper than what I'm paying now. Plus, it just continues with them. I'm happy with their service. Can't really grumble. I mean, the phone deals are not bad. Don't you remember the chat from yesterday? Impulse decision, says Shazad. Yeah, but it's a positive impulse decision, isn't it? I don't know. I'll see. I'll go to Uswitch or something. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe. Or if I say to them I want to leave, that's what I should do, isn't it? I should call them and say, yeah, I want to cancel. That's when they'll offer me the good deal. That's what I'll do. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's obviously the way to do it. Why didn't I think of that? I'm going to call them up and be like, yeah, I'm looking to cancel my contract, blah, blah, blah. And then they can kind of say, oh, don't go. We really like your custom. You're like the best customer we've ever had. The big announcement is that here got a 100% free jacket that turned out not to actually be free, David says that. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to say that this jacket was free because, I thought it was free.
It wasn't though, was it?
Wait, technically it kind of was. You're adding different costs. You could have gone on those buses anyway. You might have just fancied getting on the bus during those few weeks. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was really, really awesome getting to work 20 minutes before I was due in and
Really?
having to wait at a bus stop for about 10-20 minutes each evening
Wow.
or afternoon. Yeah.
Is
That's
it
good.
it's what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I enjoyed my time.
You did?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm glad
It was good.
glad that's the case.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Super glad. So you're busy at the moment doing what now? Thumbnails or something? Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Trying to tidy up the reselling channel. So yeah, I'm doing some thumbnails
And Pittsburgh says that's the best way, Z. They usually offer better deals to people they think they will lose. Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like I said as well, guys, I'll keep dropping the link in until someone joins in. Out of just pity, there'll be like someone out there. They'll be like, you know what? They've asked enough times. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it. You're right. I'm gonna just call them up and tell them I wish to cancel, rather than just sign up. Because you're right. Ideally, they just want you to do something online. David McGregor says, here I made a sensible decision the other week and cancelled my Sky package and cancelled TV license. Never watch it really. Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, and Kodi will see me through. Well, that's it, David. These are the small things that I've never really paid enough attention to in the past. But, by cutting these out, it's an easy saving. My phone still works, kind of, and even if it didn't, I could sell it as faulty, and then I could actually, I could once I've sold it as faulty, I could actually buy like a cheap phone, like a new one, like a Xiaomi or something. And you can get some really good phones for pretty cheap. And I think it's way better to do it that way. So yeah. Gojaz says, I called EE looking to upgrade my phone. They're doing some deals with a free PS4. Funny enough, they offered me it at half price after I said I could not afford it. Still thinking about it. Wow, Gojaz. Yeah, it definitely pays to call then, doesn't it? And Peter Ray has popped in as well. Hi, Peter. How are you? By the way, if you're planning on popping in... Oh, look who we've got. Let us know. Hi, Karen.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
And look, it's
I'm
Princess as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I've got to keep it in my lap at the moment because I've got like 10 black sacks sitting here waiting to be collected.
Can we have a close up if I make...
All right, let me try and put the camera down somewhere.
No, wrong close up. Oh no!
You just made yourself go big.
I
What
just.
have you done? You've just got rid of Karen.
I did.
There we go.
Right.
There we go.
Let me see that there.
Oh wow!
There she is.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
she's
goodness! That's just ridiculously cute, isn't it? Oh
Yeah,
my
but the
god!
bite is lethal.
The bite is lethal.
Oh yes.
Oh, she looks so adorable. How have you been coping, like with the puppy stage?
Hard work. But she's worth it. She is worth it. But it's hard work.
We were talking about that, weren't we, the other day?
Yeah, we were.
Oh, she's adorable. She's so cute.
I was saying I don't think I could deal with a dog in the puppy stage.
No, it's they get up literally. I mean, she's up twice each night. Oh, here comes Cat.
Oh, she's so
Twice
cute.
each night.
Like, you wouldn't be mean, right?
The cat's like
the other one. The other one's not keen on her yet.
the cat's like, yeah, well, about my time in the limelight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, look, they're so
I have
friendly.
to pick her back though because she's very nippy still.
Oh, right,
That's
okay.
Because she's thieving.
Oh, people are going absolutely ape for Princess in the
I
chat.
can't see the chat. I'm on my phone.
Oh yeah, it's people are absolutely loving her.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see more of Princess, the only way to do it is to go over and subscribe to Karen Sells Clothes, who is in the chat as well. So Karen, if you could just whack something in the chat at some point, or let me see if I can add it.
I might have this guy to turn up from your old stomping ground,
Croydon, yeah. So, yeah, absolutely adorable. Wow, it must be such a just amazing. Just so cute, just mind-boggling. So yeah, someone coming up from Croydon to pick up a bunch of. Are these just clothes that you've decided just job lot fodder? Are they?
Yeah, basically I had my auctions this week, didn't I? And anything that didn't sell that was on at $1.99, I job lotted up.
Oh, okay.
So in total, I've had about 18 black sacks of stuff to get rid of. And he's having them for $5 a bag just because I want rid of them, and he's exporting them.
Okay.
So yeah.
David McGregor says, Karen, when is the auction results on tenterhooks here?
I will be updating them as soon as I've got rid of all this crud behind me. This lot of sacks, I've got it all written down, so I'm going to do an update at the end. So, but yeah, it went well. It went okay. It went better than I thought it would. But
okay, it's always good to try different things as we're learning. It's not easy, is it? You got to keep.
Well, for me, it was more. I mean, I was on 1,600 listings here, and to do a stock take on 1,600 listings. I mean, you must know. If you were to try and do a stock take on your RC store, how long is it going to take?
I haven't tried because I'm not.
Because I never tried.
Yeah,
I'll tell you one thing now that's going to be in the video. I found 67 items that were unlisted.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think this is what's actually quite scary, because although like when something sells, we kind of do a quick stock take on the RC stuff and make sure that numbers are right. That doesn't mean that everything is still listed. because there's probably stuff in our boxes that we think is listed,
Yeah.
and isn't, and that's
Yeah.
kind of quite scary, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
That,
I mean,
yeah,
I picked out another bonus jumper, and I thought, I wonder why that hasn't sold now. I know because it wasn't actually listed.
67 items, and the thing is, that is so significant a number. That's like,
Yes.
you'd never think so many would drop off without you knowing.
No.
And it's kind of crazy that can happen. It's absolutely. I think it's something that we might have to try to start tackling in chunks. Just go
Yeah.
through bits in chunks, and then
Yeah.
see what happens.
Yeah. As I said, I think I said on your chat, didn't I? I said with your RC store, I think if you keep it separate, if you could try and get it to the 1500 mark,
Yeah,
then as long as you're making over what your fees are,
it's comfortably.
then just
Yeah,
leave it running.
yeah. Even on a it's comfortably doing that. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Because January it goes mad. It's gone mad the last 2 years.
Yeah,
In January.
yeah. So just have to do that. I think that's a good idea. Just get rid of, just trim a bit off of some of it, and then just stick under the 1500. Shazad says poor Beck is freezing. Put the heating on. She has the heating upstairs. To be fair, so
Yeah, if I want to switch it on, I'll switch it on.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, I've got this really bad habit of sitting and like, sorry, I'll put the thing on so I can actually see because I've got different things on my screens. Yeah, I sit and I fidget and I shake like my legs, and Zahir always tells me about this. He's like, "Do you really have to do that?" But I've always done it, and it's like, he's like, your knees are gonna like wear out because I was sitting there and kind of shaking my leg.
yeah.
I'm not actually that cold.
It's kind of-
It's just me like fidgeting.
And then Darren's starting a hashtag, where is Beck's free jacket? Well, after you've belittled my free jacket by adding in travel
It's
costs.
not so free, is it?
So what's your plan for the rest of the afternoon, Karen, after you've gotten rid of the clothes? Are you going to be...
After I've got rid of the clothes, I want to get the post done for tomorrow because I've got her second lot of jabs.
Oh, okay.
So I
Okay.
need to go and get her jabbed up.
Sunday
I'll try and get as much
shipping.
post. I mean, I've done all the auctions. Yesterday I finished clearing all the stock and sorting out all the auctions. But anything else that's sold over the weekend, I've not touched it.
Oh,
So I need
okay.
to do that.
No, it can build up quite easily. Like even when you think you might be having a quiet start, it can easily change.
Yeah, I mean, I don't normally work on Sundays. As I said, because I've got a jab being done. I've
Yeah,
got to really get it done.
yeah,
So,
yeah. Otherwise, it'll just make tomorrow a bit of a nightmare, won't it?
but
Yeah.
work's got to completely change at the moment. I didn't think having a puppy would have to change my routine so much. But you can't leave her alone for 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Aw,
they kind of take over though, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, I know when we got Alf, it was a little bit easier because we were both at home at that point.
Mm.
But they do completely take over.
and he wasn't even. Yeah, he was already 3 when we got him, wasn't he, or 2? I can't remember.
He was
3, 2,
he 2.5 or
something like
I
that.
think
Yeah.
it was 2. I think it was just about coming up 3. 7.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna just get on and do a bit of work on a Sunday as well. It's trying to keep
pop
things.
out now. If it's
Okay.
still on when I come for the clothes,
Yep.
I'll have this one in her crate asleep, hopefully.
Oh,
And
bless
this one
you.
out of you, and then I'll be doing my post.
No worries, no worries. Well, thanks for popping
Okay.
in, Karen.
See you
Bye.
later.
See you later. Okay. Well, that was Karen, guys. For those of you who don't know, please obviously go and check out her channel. I'm sure everyone in here has probably already been subscribed to her. She tends to do like a Monday morning stream, so where she does like packing orders and things. And she's also one of the seller ladies. The Hills 00 says, any sales overnight? We've had a couple, haven't we, hun? Couple
Yeah.
sales come through. Well,
Yeah,
we
just a
sold
couple.
we sold the old
What did
corduroy
I say?
jacket again, didn't we?
Yeah, sorry, my phone's on silent. I just had another offer. Yeah, but
Oh, another offer. What?
I'm just gonna have a look. Horrid Henry.
Oh, Horrid Henry. Yeah, sell him. It was 50p.
Oh yeah, they may as well.
What they offer it?
15. So
15?
only a couple.
Nice. Nice.
Only a couple of pound off.
That's
I'll
fantastic.
just accept that. But yeah, we sold. What have we sold recently? Let me just have a look. Yeah, so we sold a Laura Ashley dress this weekend. I don't know if you've mentioned that. And then those trousers that you
The
sold.
corduroy trousers, the moss green ones that
Yeah,
I sold as brown.
but they're actually
Yeah.
listed as the correct colour
Colour
now,
this.
so they hopefully will stay sold.
And we've
And then
still
we
got
sold
that Hogs pair
an
of.
Olympus
Yeah.
dictaphone as well. So
Okay.
that was quite cool. Oh, yeah, it's been quite good.
It's Horrid Henry gone for 15 is good though. That's like a
Yeah,
little.
yeah, we've got to see whether they pay, but I've accepted the offer. So
Yeah, hopefully they will. Yeah, it's gone a bit more consistent now. And even on the RC store, we've got a few decent-ish sales. So only a handful,
yeah.
but still. FBA has gone really well, says Shazad. Sold 69 out of the 100. Sold 2.5 days. Have another 300 to ship out on Monday. Have to thank Tommy to motivate me to send it in. Yeah, Shazad, you're going to crush it even more on Amazon, honestly. And the Hill says FBA did well for me yesterday. Yeah, FBA, this is the time of year where it really pays off for people, isn't it? It completely pays off for people. So, and the truth says hashtag free Beck from no decor. Why has he put her in a room with no decor? It's her room and it's her decor.
It is actually, and like I have got pictures above me. It's just the way that my camera is, and I've got like all my stuff where I want it. So like I've got all my knitting stuff like here and here, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There
It's
you go.
not an empty room, honestly.
Hey, Mr. Sadie, hi the truth. If D Flipping Particle says I had 6 yesterday and 1 this morning, which is good considering the last couple of weekends. Yeah, I mean, eBay is obviously not working for everyone at the moment. The Hill says eBay is dead though. Thriftina says yesterday was dead for me, but I sell on eBay and a little Macari. I'm hoping today is better. Yeah, it's been testing, hasn't it, guys? It's been testing. It's great. It's great like when it works, but last couple of weeks has been or for us even longer has been a bit more of a challenge. Karen is in the chat, back in chat. So what work are you actually doing, Z? I'm going to be continuing to doing some more drafts, actually. I've got a box down here of stuff that I need to slowly get through and draft for the second store, so I'm going to do that. But it's going to be very slow. I might just end up just sitting here, to be honest, but, I'm telling myself I'm going to do a bit of work, but we'll see how it goes. Hannah and Zara in the sheds of the hills. Oh no, they've got their own rooms, which are hopefully quite warm.
Yeah.
Double Karma's popped in, and
was I?
Bucklewise says 2 sales today, 2 yesterday, 2 Friday. Very consistent with me, LMAO. Well, it is consistent. Had amazing sales last month and the first of this month, but has died this weekend. Yeah, it can be so weird. And BCP has popped in as well. Hey, BCP. So yeah, I've put the link into the chat if anyone else wants to just join us and hang out for a bit. Because, that's what we do now. Just hang out on the internet. I'm actually going to do some drafts while I'm here, though, so I don't feel like I'm completely just not listing at all. Should actually sign into the right eBay account, it would help.
That would.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah, because yesterday I ended up listing a couple of things on the wrong store.
Did you?
Yeah, but drafting, so I was able to just delete. But it's all good. BCP has shared D's channel, definitely. Flipping Particles, worth checking out.
Is D nearly at 1,000 yet? I didn't think she was that far off.
She's close. And Cookie and the Haydens have popped in. Hey, how are you, Chris? And Paul Doran says, on a treadmill watching in the gym. Oh, man. I really need to be getting on the treadmill and doing all that gym stuff. I need to start doing some running. That's what I need to do. Or at least walking would be good. Alf's going
Is
crazy.
that Alf barking?
Yeah, he's barking at people. There's people outside the house, so he's barking at them. Alf! Yeah, there's people next door and he's going a bit ape, so we'll have to just leave him to it.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to leave him to it, quite honestly. Can't constantly be shouting at him.
No.
Yeah. Hey, what's this video layout you have on, says Chris. We're still using StreamYard, but so that we can still have all our overlays and alerts and things, we're actually capturing StreamYard into OBS. So yeah, it's still a work in progress, but it just means that we still get our cool overlays and we can still show the chat and the event list and all that stuff. And if anyone super chats or subscribes, it pops up with a cool notification on the screen. It's just nice, I like it. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell him. Alf! Sorry about that, guys. Just coming out. Okay, you can stay in here now. Seriously, he was just barking and barking and he wasn't stopping.
Yeah.
Just like what?
It's a pain.
He is a
It's a
pain.
pain.
Sounds complex, but looks. It's not complicated, really. You just capture the screen that you need. You crop it and then you can add. It's a bit fiddly at first, but you get used to it. Fix it for reason says half-term week. People spending money on other stuff. Maybe. I mean, saying that, things have picked up a little bit on our. Yeah.
Was over. Our half term for the kids was like the week before. So, like, not everyone's been on half term this week. Depends where you are.
Scared me, says Flipping Particles. Tommy says Alf knows he's yelling is empty. No, he knows. You're not. Where are you going? Where are you going? Come here. Okay. No, I didn't go to any boot sale today, Kevin. No boot sales today. We'd have to go quite far, and to be honest, we're more into listing what we've got right now and try to get that moving. But yeah, there was no local boot sales now. I think we have to go to clear the road if we want to go to a car boot now. I'm pretty sure. I've got 5 drafts here, which isn't bad so far. Go on and do some more. Got that Lord of the Rings game. There we go.
Oops.
My 2 go back Monday, but they had 2 weeks off. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, our girls went back last week, so it's different in different areas, isn't it? Right, let me see. Is it worth listing this or not? Let's see. Disney's Activity Center. PC big box. Probably isn't. Someone's trying to get $12.99. What's it? That wouldn't harm to list it, I suppose.
Oh, no, I did the wrong thing.
I have a full-time job in retail and this weekend has been insane busy, so I know people are spending, but not on my store, says Tristina. I can always feel like that. Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Okay. Is that missing its front sleeve as well? You know what, I'm not even going to bother with that. That's just not worth the headache. I'm not going to get into that. Gets too much sometimes. You can start digging too much at the bottom of the barrel. Do you have a lot unlisted, says Karen? Not really, not a huge amount. I will be going out to get some clothes during the week, so I'll still be going for the bins and looking for some clothes stock. But non-clothes stock, not really. Like hard goods, we haven't got a huge backlog. We're pretty up to date with that. It's just I had this job lot of stuff, these PC games and things that we were kind of wanting to get through, and then I've got some dregs left really. No, we're not both listing on the general store. Beck is actually messing around on something else. I think she's doing, I don't know what she's doing, thumbnails or
I'm
something, or
using
Inkscape.
Inkscape and I'm making thumbnails.
And then she's probably going to do some knitting, she said. So
I've got my knitting here, but I'm kind of like, because like I'm concentrating on like the chin wag thumbnails at the moment. I'm kind of running through and kind of doing as much of that as possible, because it's kind of quite easy to just have like the image and then change the title quickly. So it's like going in and quickly doing that.
okay.
It's only taking a couple of minutes, so that's all I'm doing.
Fix It for Reselling says Clitheroe was busy today, but disappointing as a buyer. You didn't miss much. You can definitely get some real gems there sometimes.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I've the times that we've been to Clitheroe, we've done okay from it.
we
Not
have.
all the time though.
No. There's been plenty
Not
of
all
times
the
where
time.
we've gone.
There have been times where we've paid the entrance fee and then just gone, oh.
Which is
That felt
£5.
like a
Which is
waste.
£5, by the way. Which is
Yeah.
£5. We do have some RC to list, the hills, but it's not here. It will be
It's
moving
not.
here. We are going to slowly
At
start
some point
moving.
it will be.
Yeah,
I'm hoping by the end of the month we're
Yeah.
going to have all the stock back home again. We're hoping.
Well, I'm
I'm
going to
not sure
start.
whether I'm hoping that much, but
I think we're going to start slowly moving things back.
Yeah.
So we're going to slowly start moving things back. But we need to have like a firm date, really. So
we do.
my local Bernardo's has bins. They have a soft toy bin, baby clothes bin, and a child clothes bin, and 2 ladies clothes bin. Do they have a man's? No, they have half a rack. Bucklewye, that's unfortunately the same where I go. We only ever get one. Well, we're lucky that we get one bin at least for men's clothes, but there's about 3 bins for women's clothes. So if I was good at women's clothes picking, then there'd be a lot more to sift through. But the men's clothes bin is hotly contested because the women also hit the men's bin as well as the women's bin. So yeah, the men's bin always gets ransacked pretty quickly. But at least we have one. We usually get a bootful or just a handful. Says Fix It for Reselling. Yeah, it's very hit and miss. So. Karen says, was hoping to get stock to a container, but cats use office space as an escape place, so looks like staying there for now. Okay. I'm going to list these phones that I've got now that I've tested that work, so... I know, what would I need the power supply for this phone? Oh, Meg. Just dropped the phone. Hope it's fine. I think it is. Yeah, it's still working. Cool. I hate when. Well, the phone I was about to. Phone that I'm about to list. You know. It's one of those phones that's good for people with that need phones with a bigger buttons on the display. It's one of those phones. It's not worth a great deal, but still worth listing. In the sell. Okay. Yeah, brand new, big button phone, dual SIM, unlocked. That's what this looks like. Just gonna list it for like 20 quid. Should go for decent. It should go pretty quickly, I'd hope. Ages ago, I used to buy like BlackBerry phones from auctions. They always used to have them at auctions and job lots, and like restore them and get them working again. And like you could unlock them to all networks by entering a few codes and things, and you could get them pretty cheap. But I haven't done that for forever. That was ages ago. That was like when I first started going to auction. I remember doing that. Right, I can't even figure out how I got this off. I just knocked the back of this phone off by dropping it on the floor. And then like I can't actually take the back off now. Now that I've put it back onto the phone. I don't think you're meant to drop it every time you wanna freaking found it. There you go. Tracy has popped into the chat. Hi Tracy. Thank you for popping in. I have been putting the link to the chat in, but I understand obviously if you're busy because you've been live last night too. But for anyone else that wants to join in, you're more than welcome to join us on stream. There is the link to join the chat. Yes, this is a dual SIM phone as well. TF. SIM 1, SIM 2. Okay. Right, I'm gonna get this listed. I do prefer listing RC cars, to be honest. RC parts sometimes though. When you're listing different things, it's so annoying because you have to like... One listing can be so different from the next unless you've got similar items. That's the other reason why I like doing clothes as well, to be honest, because clothes are similar as well. So you can just do a whole bunch of them in one go. Whereas these phones, they're not so easy. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to use their freaking listing. Just do a sell similar on it. That makes sense, doesn't it? Sonic. You're concentrating hard there, Beck. You're concentrating hard, aren't you?
I wouldn't say concentrating.
Oh, go all quiet, that's all.
Yeah, it's because I'm like, trying to make sure I do this right, so I don't have to do it again.
Fine.
I mean, it doesn't take long. Well, it kind of does because obviously there's so many videos to go through. But
What, are you actually changing the thumbnails on them all?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure how I'm going to go back through all of them.
No, it's not worth it, hun. I'd say I wouldn't even bother going back if I was honest.
Yeah, but this is we're talking about. And
Yeah,
it's
but
me.
like you can just do it going forward, can't you? You can just do thumbnails.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but
What's the point in going all the way back?
Um,
How far back are you gonna go? Huh?
I don't know, not far.
I wouldn't go back at all. Just leave it. No?
Yeah.
You're not even listening to me now. I can tell you're not even listening. You're so rubbish, man. So rubbish.
I'm just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Bex, if you feel like changing thumbnails can give you access to my channel, says Karen.
Let me just grab that there. Just to make it a bit smaller.
Mr. Sadie, speaking of financially responsible, do you have local casinos? No, I don't. So we're good on that front. Bex looks like a pilot there. Yeah, it just means we don't get any
It's,
yeah.
yeah, it's easier this way, isn't it? Because then otherwise we get like the feedback and like the echoing and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Left thumb or right thumb? No, she actually did her nails yesterday. She's talking about She's talking about thumbnails, as in thumbnails for YouTube. Do you want to show them your nails? Go on, hun. You're on the big screen there.
What?
Show them your
Man.
nails.
1 second, because I'm not
Show-
really rubbish. There we go. There's my nails.
Oh, you're really happy with
It's
them.
not showing too well because it's like.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah. But I like this colour. So I've gone back to the grey. I had red on the other week.
That's your new thing, though, isn't it? You love doing your acrylic nails.
I do. Yeah, I do. It's good. I'm enjoying it, so.
Unlock gold. Oh, cool. This guy's done all the questions, which is good. Copy and paste.
Okay, I think I'm kind of happy with that, actually.
There's no point going back loads, hon. Honestly, seriously.
No,
Just
I've
leave
gone back
it.
a little way.
Yeah.
But enough for today, I think.
Yeah, going forward, you can do it, can't you?
Yeah.
Nice job, says Tracy. No, I didn't do her nails, Shazad. Karen says, is it acrylic or Gelux, whatever that is?
It's acrylic, so I use it like the powder and the acrylic liquid, and like do my own, like, you know, you put your tips on and then you kind of put like you mix the powder and the acrylic liquid together, and then you kind of have to like mold it onto your nails. So yeah, it does take some time and it's really, really stinky. I have to have the windows open, otherwise I get headaches. But yeah, I enjoy doing it. So
Grey nails, grey shirt, you need a silver necklace. And Mr. Sadie says, my wife is always nagging me to go with her to get my nails done. I just can't do it, but I hear it's relaxing, actually. It's not something I'd want to get done. And Tracy says, I want a back scratch. And Karen says, Bex, any chance of vlogs returning?
I don't know. Not on my channel at the moment. Not on my channel. That's the honest answer, because I'm going to start doing my Stitch and Bitches again. That's going to come back hopefully. I've been saying it for every weekend, but I'm hoping to bring them back on a Saturday. It's just about timing, really, getting the timing right. And I want to sit down and knit. So those are going to be coming back on the channel soon. But vlogs, I think I'm going to kind of, if we are going to vlog, it's going to be on the reselling channel, more around eBay and stuff like that. But yeah, I've kind of gone off of them on my channel for.
I wouldn't mind doing vlogs like on the channel, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's just not easy. I find it so difficult to remember to, to do it, and not just that. Sometimes you're like, well, what am I gonna?
Well, and I found myself like repeating myself like so much, and I know like when you're doing a vlog, that's pretty much what you're doing. You're just kind of sharing your week after week. And I was like, I got to the point where I was like, oh my goodness, I'm just like really, really boring. All I'm doing is going to work, cooking dinner, and I was just like, no. No. So I stopped it. But yeah, I'll think about it.
Create a new Beck reselling channel, says the Hills. And BCP says that BCP is sharing the Aussie Thrifters channel.
Mm-hmm.
Shows here how it's done. Yeah, I kind of need that, I think, definitely. Oh, this is weird. Get more cash for your BlackBerry 8310. I've just gone to list. Oh, what's this? I don't get it. Oh, is this? Oh, okay. It's just showing me like a new screen, like some weird screen thing. Oh, this is weird. Even old bro. I'll find out how much. What is it going to give me like a price on these phones or something? Your trending prices. Well, it's giving me a rough idea of what the trending price of my phone is. It brought up all these crazy things. Tracy says, this is just my opinion. Change up some of the back videos. But better to put focus on the upcoming videos more so, unless there's potential viral one in the backlog. No, I don't think there's anything viral on our channel, Tracy.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Probably not.
Yeah, we are just gonna focus on upcoming ones. I think
Yeah.
Beck's just like that. She for some reason has to do things like that, where she'll go back and add.
I do like doing that. I kind of did it with my channel as well, like because I didn't really do thumbnails in the beginning, and then I went back and just changed them. And there's a few that I haven't done it for, but
Yeah,
I do like doing it, and I think it's because like I did the thumbnail for the chat that you've got going on Thursday with Brad and Jazz. So I did the thumbnail for that, didn't I? And then I just thought, oh, I may as well do some more, kind of get it looking a bit better.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm not going to go too far back. So just putting my watch on. My battery's charged. There you go.
Man, sometimes I really just don't want to list this stuff. I'm like, what is this? Why did I buy these phones?
I don't know. Why did you buy the phone?
I don't know. There was a
I
box
didn't
of
even know
them.
you bought them.
Well, no,
I saw them on the
they
floor
came
the
with
other day,
some
and I was like,
cameras. They came with some cameras that I got. But like, you know, they were like included with it, as it were. You know. This needs charging. Beck's video idea: how to create a thumbnail for dumb nuts like me, says Karen. And Chris says, I'm a bit anal with thumbnails, to be honest, just like my channel. Videos, just like my channel, videos to look neat and professional. Yeah, some people just like things to be uniform.
yeah.
Like I think it bothers Beck, like that our channel
It bothers me
it's got
more
no
than it bothers you.
it's got no theme. Yeah, it's got no
Yeah,
theme, or it's got
it
no.
hasn't. It's got no kind of uniform. You can't, you
And
can't
that's
tell one video
and
from the
that's
next.
fine.
And
It's
yeah,
not a big deal, you know. Just saying, just chill,
whatever, man.
just chill.
Whatever. I'm pretty chilled.
Not really.
I am.
That is better than pulling something out of the air at the last minute, says Myra. Well, that's pretty much what we do here. Right, do I buy a battery charger to check if this works or not? Oh, I don't know, I hate doing stuff like that. Really hate it. But then again, someone has sold this same camera for 20 quid. Have they even got a charger with it? Oh yeah, they do. Okay. 20 quid. How much is a charger for it? How much is a charger? What? That doesn't make any sense. Right angle charger power cable. If that did work, that'd be good. Well, this. I don't make any. How do you charge it? Where's the charging port on this thing? I'm trying to find the charging port on this camera. OCD. Yeah, I think so. Myra says, do you have a Facebook page? No. No, we used to ages ago, but we haven't got
Yeah.
one. No. Yeah, we just come on here and stuff.
Well, we kind of got rid of the Facebook page when we both decided that we didn't want to be on Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
And so we kind of deleted our
Yeah.
accounts.
Yeah.
And then that meant we got rid of the Facebook page at the same time.
Which isn't the end of the world, really.
Not really.
Oh, BCP just put a link into it. And it says, sorry, this
It's not still
content
active.
isn't available. No, it's not. It doesn't.
No, I was
yeah.
going to say, I don't think that's still active.
Thank you, though, BCP. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was linked to your account, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Or when
I think so.
you deleted your account, that was it.
No, it's fine, BCP.
It's fine, BCP.
It's cool. Thank you, though. Yeah, no, we haven't got anything like that, so I'm going to put that aside. So that's going to be something I could do. This camera is broken. No, because what I did was I bought this box of cameras for $5, and I know there's a couple of cameras that are worth some money, which do work. But then there's all these, like, Nokia Lumia phones and these Blackberries. No one wants Blackberries anymore. I mean, I've got these Blackberries, like, to Vodafone. They sell for like a tenner. I'm just like, And there's this waterproof camcorder as well, but again, it's like, am I gonna try getting it to charge? And that's why clothes are easier to list. Try and do 15 listings a day minimum. Yeah, that would be good. And Mr. Sadie says, it's on my bucket list to go metal detecting in the UK. You have much older history than we do in the ground, maybe someday. Would there even be anything left, Mr. Sadie? Because I think that's quite a... People do like to do that, but, like, would there be anything in the ground left even to find? I know people do find the odd thing, but it must be so rare. And the Hill says, I got loads of Blackberries. Yeah, kind of like, I might just give them to charity or something, see if someone wants them. Someone might want, like, a phone. What do you reckon, hon?
Yeah, you never know.
I don't... Because the thing is, listing it for a 10 or something, and if someone gets it and then it doesn't work or whatever, or like, they can't get it to work with their SIM or whatever, it's just, there's too many variables, isn't there? I think. Hey, Peter, how are you? If you haven't already, check out the vinegar jar. Oh. And you got Nokia 3310s. Oh, those are cool. This thing's not even opening. Screw it. Just gotta go through this box. So I got one Canon camera that runs on batteries, that's fine. And the other one is here. I'll step away from my computer for a few minutes. I need to put my washing machine on. Vinegar Jar says, I'm very good. Woke up to a £200 sale. What was it? That sounds interesting. Put the StreamYard link in again in case someone wants to pop in. Do a job lot of old mobile, says Richard Howe. I used to pick loads out of the rubbish at work and sell as job lots. Done well with them. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Could job lot them. I mean, who's going to use this Alcatel? Oh, it's like a flip phone. Look at that. It's on orange. It's still got like the little screen protector thing. A massive flip clock. Details to be posted later. Oh, there'll be a video about it, I'm guessing. Interesting. Another clue, he wears clothes, says Mario Lane. Who are you talking about? I think there is still stuff left in the ground. Stop crushing my dreams, damn it, says Mr. Sadie. I'm sorry, Mr. Sadie, but I'm just thinking, because it's quite heavily done, and like, it's quite a big thing. The heel says, send them to me, Zahir. Yeah, I can send them to you. Send it all to you. I mean, like, it's just quite... I don't know, there's Lumias in here as well. I don't know what the condition is or anything. Flip phones are very desirable due to no GPS. They're not that desirable, Tommy. Who wants them? Old phones do sell, so you just list them on an auction listing, says Richard Howe. Yeah, these Nokia... Got a couple of Nokia Lumias here as well. Hey Sam, yes, we're in the same house. This is just how we spend time together.
It's the only way we can tolerate each other these days.
Alcatel. You're more than welcome to join us, Sam, if you want. The link is in the chat if you want to pop in. You can always pop in. People hiding from the government. Alcatel OT. What is it called? It's got an FM radio. No, you don't have to sell them and send me half the hills. Let's have a look. What's this worth? Alcatel OT dash treble 2. 13 pounds. Oh, it's more than I thought. 13 pounds or something. Someone's asking 10 pounds on Orange plus shipping. Let's see if they actually sell for that. Let's go to Solds. Wow. Okay. Someone got 11.69 with free shipping. I mean, a pink one goes for more money. Someone got like 19 pounds for a pink one. 20 pounds. Comes with eSIM. Okay. I suppose I could charge it and see what the deal is. Off-grid is a thing, says Tommy. Yeah, I know that. The Vinegar Jar says, Z, you need to sit down for this. Me and Peter Ray got duo victory royale last night. Now I believe anything is possible. Wow, Peter. That is pretty amazing. Are you sure you were online? Like, are you sure it wasn't just in a private server and it was just you and a few bots? Like, are you sure it was a real victory royale? If it was, paint it pink then. But in a lot it adds up, says Tommy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised actually that someone got 12 in Orange unlocked. Someone got 12.99 with free shipping. That's not terrible. It's in the yeah. I mean, I paid £5 for this box, which I mean, I'm gonna make all my money back on just this camera here, which works. It takes AA batteries to test it. That will get me about 30 quid. So from a £5, that's gonna do it. Then I've got a couple other cameras, but then yeah, this was just extra. This is all these other things are just extra, like these 8310s and whatnot. Oh, look at this one. Got another Alcatel. That's not a flip one, but it's got the St. George's cross on there. England flag. What's the? Does it have a box or anything? I don't think so. Oh, it does. There you go. It was an O2 phone in collaboration with the Sun. OT206, Alcatel OT206. £9 with free shipping, okay. Karen says, I'm back. Oh, hi Karen. Sorry about that, Karen.
Hello,
Hi.
So, I hope you haven't been there
I've
for
now-
too long.
No, that's right. No, I've officially got rid of 18 black sacks of clothing. It feels good.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. All in one go.
Well, it was over toast because he came and picked up the first day, and then he came and picked up the other centre day.
So I think that's really cool though. You know, when someone just comes round and just takes
Yeah.
all your stuff away, and just like there's something attractive about that. You know, I've got loads of stuff that I would be happy for someone to just come along and just be like, yeah, just take it
So
away.
it's all their stock. I've made the money on the stock. I'm not clingy to my stock. You know, I've made money on it each month. So after that, you can just go.
Yeah, I understand. Oh look, hey Sam.
Hi. I'm just
Oh, let me get.
fiddling around with a new camera.
Okay, how are you? I'm getting rid of the chat box then because it was covering up.
I'm good, yeah. I've just drafted loads of items, so I'm just gonna get them all on the computer ready. That's my draft. Write them all down.
That sounds organised.
It's not really. It's just a way of doing things. Because I have the unit, it's not like I have stuff at home and then stuff at the unit. It's easier to sort of like do the drafts at home.
Yeah.
Than sit in a freezing cold unit and do it.
Yeah.
So it's less time spent in the unit. So, hi Karen, hi Beck.
Hi.
Do you find having a unit that becomes a bit of a pain, doesn't it? Like having to go to the unit.
Yeah, it's good because there's no way I could have the stuff that I've got. The stuff that I've got in the unit, there's no way I would fit it in this house. No way. It's too much of it. But I wish I had the unit on the side of my house. Yeah.
Your unit's massive though, Sam. I have true unit envy looking at that.
Oh, it
I
is.
think your unit's bigger than my whole flat.
It's bigger than my whole house. Yeah, if you put my house out flat, it's bigger than my house. But yeah, I shouldn't complain really. I mean, I do pay for it, but I'd much rather have a bigger house and have all the stuff in a separate sort of like garage, or like you've got a conservatory, haven't you, Z? So is that where everything's going back to?
Yeah, I think so, isn't it, hun? What do you reckon?
I think so. Yeah, it's mainly going to be in the conservatory, I think.
Probably a little bit will spill. Maybe we'll get a bit of spillage. I'm
we've
sure.
got this room up here as well. I used to keep the clothing up here, so we'll probably do something similar. We've still got to work it out when it all comes back, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
You're still hoping it's not going to come back.
I am, and I'm not as well, because it's just getting to a point where
£400
we
is
had
too
to
much
make a
at the
decision
moment.
about the office, and it's like
it's like you pay more than what I pay for mine, and mine's like probably 4 times the size of the space that you was using, so it's quite expensive. I mean, it was plush though, your office, wasn't it? It was proper plush.
It's nice, but yeah, it's just
it's expensive, isn't it? So it's expensive.
I mean, if the business is
something like a container to start off with, though, if you don't want the stock back, that's going to be a fraction of the cost, and then see if you can do that.
I mean, we've got a shed as well that we could just kind of sort out and use as well. But yeah, we've got options. We do have options. I think it's just 400 is too much. I mean, obviously, if the sales are coming in, it doesn't matter, does it? So much. Then you don't mind if the business is covering it. But we just want to cut. I think we just want to kind of cut costs as much as we can.
Yeah.
I think it's more of a case of like we want to kind of just be, even if we could afford it, we're thinking let's not. You know.
Yeah.
Just for a little while.
Yeah. Because we were thinking about just doing like storage, like just getting like a storage locker or something like that, just to have it not in the house.
Yeah. I can understand how you feel about that, because when my dining room is absolutely full of stock at the moment. Do you know what I mean? So to be processed to go up to the unit, so it gets on your nerves. It really does, doesn't it? It's like your house is never tidy.
Yeah.
But you got to adapt to, you got to adapt to what's going on, really, though, don't you? I mean, like I said, if the business is going fine, then there's no reason to not get rid of it. If we'd had, like I said, if we'd had more cash put away, and we could have like seen through the quiet time, it would be different. So
It's been a
you
bad summer, hasn't it?
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, you got to go for that. The Hill says here, when something sells, do you know exactly where it is? In most cases, yeah, yeah. No, we do, yeah, we do, because we write it in the SKU box.
That's
Yeah.
really organised.
Yeah, so we know you have to be with especially with the RC parts. You have to be,
Yeah.
otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're tiny, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and there's so many of them. Can you imagine if you sold something for like £5 and you had to look through 8,000 bags to find the right bag? You wouldn't do it, would you? You'd be like, it's not worth it. So
Yeah.
you'd be like, screw it. Just store some under the kitchen table and behind the sofa, says Tracy.
No, my stock's everywhere, honest.
It creeps though, doesn't it? It creeps. You bring
My
it
mum
in.
goes mad at me. My mum's a clean freak, and like you go to her house and it's like a go out in mum and dad's place. She hasn't got a thing out of place. But I said to her, I said, like, double you and your dad here. You know what I mean? And you put it down, it stays there. I said, what's happening right now? So she goes mad. She said I should at least have one room in the house that has got no stock in at all.
Yeah.
So,
I think we're going with the Ashley Cumming method. He's just put in the chat. If it's not utterly essential, you don't need it. Best way to think about spending money. Yeah. So if it's not like
Yeah.
absolutely essential, like if it was if it was impossible to keep the stock at home, then we'll have a unit. If it becomes impossible, but
Yeah.
you know we'll take uncomfortable now over you know.
yeah, I can't have my stock at home even if I wanted to, though, because my landlord won't let me. So
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you've got all those different things to think about as well, like because it affects their insurances and stuff, doesn't it? Like running a business from home and whatnot. Luckily, our landlord's pretty cool.
I think you need to know that you can cover it on your quietest months. I think when you get to another year down the line, if you can still cover it on your quietest months, and you've got a bit of cash behind you, then yeah, go for it again.
Yeah,
But because it's really easy, isn't it? If you're having really good sales, it's really easy to yeah, I can get this, I can get that, etc.
yeah.
But
I mean, thing is though, we're looking at everything. I mean, we're looking at moving house as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we're looking because we could get.
Well, put it this way: we could save about £200 off of our rent a month if we move into Preston.
Yeah.
And we're just like, well, why don't we?
Yeah.
Because I work in Preston. Hannah goes to college in Preston. It just.
And we wouldn't
makes
necessarily
sense.
be getting a smaller house either.
No.
We
would have to make a cut on the
because when we
size of the
moved,
house.
we were moved in quite a rush, as it were, like in terms of the timing of our you know, when your contract runs out and you have to be out of the place and then move into another place, it was pretty tight. And you know, this place was great for that. But looking around, we could actually probably we've seen bigger houses for less money. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So we're thinking generally overall to go a bit more, just cut everything we can cost-wise.
Yeah, we're still thinking about that though, aren't we? Because it does mean moving, and then Zara having a bit of school, so we're kind of still working out
Yeah.
who are the best people to kind of have the commute, really. So we're
Yeah.
still trying to work that out.
I'm still looking at moving. I want to rent somewhere like you guys where your landlord is all right with it, but you'll find that's another thing if you move in. You'll find a lot of landlords are not happy with you running a business from the house.
That's the thing. That's the thing that always makes you
Yeah.
think is like we are really happy with our landlord. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
there's value in that, isn't there? There is
There is
value.
definitely.
And the thing is, they know what we do. We had the stock at home in the first place when we initially moved in here, so they know exactly what we were doing. They've seen it at its worst with stock everywhere, like, you know,
And they're fine with it.
and they've been absolutely fine with it. So
Yeah.
And you've got the dog as well. A lot of landlords.
Yeah, that's
My landlord won't have pets.
yeah. See that these are all things that are pluses, you know, and
Yeah.
you know those are things that you do have to think about.
Yeah.
But that's why we're just trying to cut, you know, where we can. So, you know, definitely with the office. I'm going to cut my phone bill down, like I said. That's going to be a good saving, you know. Mr.
but
Saving
you take away
says,
budget fee.
We haven't had much takeaway. We've been really good. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we really cut down on them eating out.
Surprisingly, yeah.
Lunch today were Aldi noodles. We
Yeah.
seasoned them up. You know those you know their version of super noodles, 22p a packet.
Have you
Boil
not
them.
had the coca noodles from Home Bargains?
I haven't been to Home Bargain.
I think they're called coca noodles. It's KO, I think, and they do chicken,
Yeah.
spicy. They're gorgeous, the spicy ones. They do a curry one, and they do another one, and they're 27p, and the best noodles ever. You get this little sachet of powder, what you can pour in to spice them up. It's great. Love them.
Oh, God.
I eat them quite regular.
We might have to try those because we do eat like the Aldi noodles, but we have to kind of add like a chicken stock to it and kind of season it a little bit more because it's just the seasoning's just not right.
Ow!
Like I say, they're in Home Bargains, and they're in a brown packet. In fact, I'll go and get one and show you.
That's it. That was Al. He's going for his
What was
walk.
he doing?
He got himself tangled in my headphone cable, and then he was just
Aw.
yeah.
Do you know something I found that helped us when we were short on money
Yeah.
and we were advised to do it? This is years ago. When Sophie was in year 8, she's in year 7 now. Cole got laid off basically, and we went on to full working tax credits. Now he went from a 30 grand a year job to job seekers. So you can imagine how tight it was. Someone advised us to go on to cash only. So you pay all your bills you have to by direct debit. Everything else that you work out how much it's going to cost. And you take out that much cash on the Thursday or whatever day it is. I'd go food shopping first of all, so I knew we had enough food, and anything else had to come out of that cash, like petrol, the lot. And then I found by the end of the week or the start of the following week, I'd have money left, and that helped us to save.
Yeah.
Because I was always about, I don't want to spend this just in case. It's my just in case money.
And people do like envelopes as well, don't they? We like do
Yeah.
cash envelopes for different things. I mean, yeah, we've got to do what we can because. And Bucklewhite says, have you checked on your gas electric costs lately? Savings to be made by switching. Yeah, we've got to do all that.
I never switch. I'm really bad. Since I've lived here. We moved here in 2006. I've been with Southern Electric ever since. I'm
Yeah.
awful. I know I should probably switch.
I'm not
I
even
know what it's
sure.
like. Last
Yeah.
time where I lived before we switched, and they hiked the prices up about 2 months afterwards.
I'm
I
not even-
switched from British Gas to British Gas, so I didn't switch at all, and saved myself £30 a month. That was the noodles.
Oh, those ones.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Yeah, no, we how much?
They're amazing.
Yeah, we just put in a bit of like stock and a bit of seasoning, and they come out really nice. It's such a cheap little lunch, and it's especially when it's cold weather, isn't it? It's nice to have like a hot lunch, and it's for so cheap as well.
Yeah. They're just plain, but they have a sachet in, and they have like a powder in one side and an oil in the other side. Now I don't use the oil, but I'm not quite sure what the oil is. I don't think it's there. But yeah, they're really nice.
Tori says, Karen, you're clearly doing well. Your plastic storage bins are really empty.
I've just done auction and cleared out 18 black sacks of clothing.
Oh my God. 18?
18.
Oh my God.
18. I've gone from, and I did sell stuff. I've gone from 1,600 listings to I think I'm on 730 something at the moment.
Oh my God. And how much have you sold of that? Have you sold a lot of it?
Sold quite a bit of it, yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah. But I mean, it's 18 black sacks have gone. But I had to do it because you know what it's like. I mean, if you get to this level, one, it's, as I was saying earlier, I said doing a stock take, I've had 67 things, Sam, that were unlisted, that just dropped off.
I need to do it definitely.
How can you do a stock take with this much stock? It's virtually impossible.
That is quite worrying, isn't it? Like 67 items. People must be thinking, God, I better do a stock check as well, because you're going to have, even if you haven't got 1,600 listings, even if you've got 1,000 or 800, you're still going to probably find then 10, 20 items that you thought were listed that aren't.
And what I was finding as well is towards the end of September onwards, I was finding a lot of the things were in the wrong bins. So I was putting in, say, B2, and it had been like E2, and I'd be searching through them all, thinking I've got to go through all of these blinking boxes to try and find the one item that sold for £7.
Yeah.
It's soul destroying, isn't it?
Mm.
I mean, I work quite differently to a lot of people. I have like Kallax units, and mine go in size order. The dresses go in size order, but we also go in coordinator. So I have all the plain dresses at the top in the top row, all the florals in the next, and so on and so on, like, and anything else. And then I have one at the bottom. I have like all the lacy dresses in. So I've roughly got an idea of where it is. So. But I tried it. I tried it the same way that you do it, Karen, but it didn't work for me, unfortunately. So I went back to doing how I do it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's because I'm a numbnuts, and I'd send the wrong dress or the wrong top. So that's why I do it all mix and match of everything. So, but then it does, if you lose an item, it's hard to find it because it could be anywhere.
We're quite lucky because of Beck, really. She's quite good at keeping track of where stuff is in terms of organising the clothes and everything. She's not pleased with me at the moment because I've been listing clothes without her spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And without ironing them, Z. I seen it the other night.
See, I'm with you. Why iron? Why iron? You have got my seal of approval there. I do not iron a single item. Even trousers, I will sell unironed. God, you've all got sweats now, haven't you?
Thank you, Karen. Thank you.
It sells.
No, I've even got a steamer, right? And the steamer, he doesn't have to kind of get the ironing board out or the iron or anything like that. Just let it warm up, steam over the clothes. It doesn't take that long at all. And it still doesn't do it.
But then my model is that I sell a lot of lower value clothing, don't I?
Yeah, that's fair.
So even that, like, say if it's 30 seconds, that's another 30 seconds that I'm working for very little. So I'd rather get a lot more listed, so I'm earning a decent wage for the amount of work that I'm putting in.
I'm doing grass for jumpers at the moment. Very, very few jumpers I need to iron. I just stretch them on the mannequin. Unless they desperately need ironing. I won't iron something just for ironing's sake. I only iron if it needs it.
Yeah.
But I don't like photographing really creased stuff. No. Like, I wouldn't photograph a men's shirt that had been screwed up and put in a bag. I just couldn't.
Yeah.
No.
So Zahir has no problem with that. He's quite happy to.
You're not the only one.
I don't even iron.
He's just like, no, it's fine.
I don't even iron clothes that I'm wearing. Yeah. Well, I don't even iron clothes that I'm wearing. So why am I going to iron clothes that someone else?
I begrudgingly iron the kids' school uniform, and that's it.
I don't buy clothes that need ironing.
Exactly.
I hate it myself, so yeah.
No, but the thing is, like, I've got to say, when it comes to stock systems, like, especially when you've got a lot of stock, that's one thing that we have gotten right. Like, I'm so surprised that we've never had issues with the amount of stock we're dealing with, because especially when it comes to the RC stuff, it's like, it's not only have we got a big quantity, like 1,600 odd listings, we've got like loads of quantity of each as well. So we're talking literally thousands and thousands of packets of stock. And touch wood, we've never really had a situation where we've had to cancel an order or anything, because we've found the right amount. So I've got to say, that's like, considering it's the first time we'd ever dealt with that amount of stock as well, it's given us a lot of confidence, like, going forward as well. So I'm like, yeah, that's a positive, definitely. Cookie and Hayden Chris says, gotta go, guys, maybe see you tomorrow evening in our chat. And Tori has a question: when do you think you should move from a basic shop to a featured shop?
I think it's when you get to about 650 to 700 listings, isn't it, roughly?
Something like that, isn't it? I worked it out when I was very close to paying in the insertion fees and my basic shop fee, close to the featured shop. That's when I upgraded.
Yeah.
To give me the push to keep going, rather than just stagnate. But I'm not going to go up to the anchor shop. That's never going to happen.
That's like 500 quid. Yeah, that's 500 quid a month is insane.
There's a big hike. They need to have something a bit in between, because that is a big hike, isn't it? What is it, 450 plus that?
I think in America, they even get like a really cheap shop, don't they? I think they've started like a super cheap, like £5 or £10 a month shop.
Okay.
Yeah, they've got like a mega cheap shop option as well.
all the bargains over there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know why they're not. I wish there'd be more like, like Depop and all that, where you don't pay insertion fees, you pay for a final value fee. I'd even pay a bit higher final value fee to get rid of the insertion fees.
Yeah.
So, but they won't. Right, I'm going to have to shoot because I need to go and finish dinner. Cole's on his way home.
Yeah. No worries, Karen. Thanks for popping in.
It's all right. I'll catch up with you all next week at some point. Bye for now.
All right, see you later. We get a free basic, says Tommy. Star City Picker says 50 listings. Yeah, I thought they had like a little cheaper shop option as well. I think it's recently been added though. I don't think it's something they've had for ages.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Because I know Lavender Clothesline, she has an anchor store, doesn't she?
Yeah,
she has something like over 3,000 listings, doesn't she?
Yeah. I mean, she's even her shop listings dropped. Her sales dropped recently a fair bit, didn't they? She talked about it as well.
Yeah.
And Tori says, I'm just in between. I was a feature shop, killing it, and then downgraded due to only having 460 listings and minimal sales. Yeah, it's a balance, isn't it? Where it's got to be worthwhile.
It took me ages to get up to a feature shop, though, when I first started. It's not something that happens overnight. I think it was well over a year before I got a feature shop. I was just plodding along.
Yeah. Heather's popped in as well. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. Come and say hi.
Yeah, you can pop in. I'll put the link in case. Girls have gone to walk the dog, so we're not even doing that today. We're having a right lazy day, aren't we, hon?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, big girls ready to grow. That's Lainey. So, yeah, we're just not doing much today.
Have you been out to the boot sale at all today?
No, haven't left the house.
You know what? So good.
Yeah, it feels good to do that sometimes, especially during the week. We're out so much. Like I'm doing so many trips into town and like dropping the kids off, picking back up, going to the charity shops, and just you're doing so many trips. Sometimes at the weekend, I just want to like not even leave the house. And
I was out all day yesterday. All day sourcing, and I got home and it was like, whoever says sourcing is easy, it's not. Bloody hard work. All day, absolutely shattered.
It can easily happen, especially because you when you've got to travel between towns and stuff. That's when it's really time consuming, isn't it? It's great when you've got like a dense area of shops, but otherwise it's tough. Hey, Heather.
Hi, Heather.
Hello.
You all right? What are you up to?
Watching the rain come down. It's got too dark for photographs, so I decided to sit down and do a bit of the tubes.
Yeah, just chill out. Just a Sunday afternoon. It's grey. Just chill out. Yeah. I start doing a bit of work and I'm just like, that's great. That's it. Just hang out with everyone. We were on for like 4 hours yesterday as well, I think. just going through a bit of a phase.
How long was Andrew on last night?
I don't know. And then Andrew came on afterwards. He probably went on for about 4 hours at least, I'm guessing.
You were at 12, wasn't it?
Well, I was trying to stay awake for Tommy's chat, but I couldn't make it. I fell asleep 40 minutes before. I think he went live at like 2 in the morning or something, and I just can't stay up. I'm bad at it. So Heather, did you go out this morning at all, or did you have any car booting or sourcing action this weekend, or not really?
No, well, yesterday, no, I didn't really. But today, my son was at a karate weapons training workshop.
Oh, so sounds really exciting.
I know, sharp, pointy metal things, quite dangerous. But I had the pleasure of going around the charity shops in Gravesend. And I only got a couple of bits. I wasn't really looking, for much. I'm all right for stock at the minute.
That's what I keep trying to tell myself, Heather, that I'm all right. I don't need anything.
Well, I'm seeing a lady tomorrow who's one of my sort of flea market contacts, and I helped her out a little bit with a couple of things, and she's got a load of clothes that she doesn't want anymore, so I'm going to go and cherry pick.
Very
I
nice.
don't know how that's going to work out because we haven't talked about money, but yeah, and she's only local to me, so hopefully I'll get a few more nice bits then. I'm not sure what she's got or how much she's wanting for them.
Nice job.
It's exciting though.
Nice job lot deals like that are always the best when you can do a whole bunch of sourcing in one go. It's always like,
Yeah, I don't tend to do my shopping, I don't tend to do my sourcing like that because I really like to cherry pick things, and I've only done it once before with one lady when I bought a whole load of stuff, and it was quite hard work, and it was bundles, and I found that such a ball ache. I really did. So I really will just cherry pick rather than try and go for everything.
I think the benefit of cherry picking like that as well, like, especially with clothes, is when you come to listing, then you're happy to list everything because you've cherry picked it. Whereas sometimes when you buy bunches of anything, there's always going to be stuff in there that you're like, do I? Don't I? Oh, it's
Can I be bothered?
Yeah, and at the time you've bought the bundle, you may have said to yourself, but when I've sold it all, it will be all profit. But when it comes down to listing to it, you're like, even for a tenner, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, I cannot motivate myself. I have to like what I'm selling. I've learned that about myself over the years. If I'm not really into it, it won't happen, or I'll sell it cheap, or just try and get rid. I've got repairs to do actually, so I'm making busy.
Oh, that's good.
But it's worth it because it's Vivian Westwood.
Oh, okay, nice,
Very nice.
very fancy.
Karen, I'd keep it myself if I thought it was big enough, but it's not.
Karen says should have popped round and said hi. Heather could have been slobbered to death by Princess.
Oh yes. Well, my cats aren't very fond of dogs, but she looks an absolute dream. She's a real sweetie. But Carla's been having so much trouble with hers, kind of eating her house.
Yes.
Literally. I've never known anything like it.
I know. But I've no life left.
Oh dear.
And Goima's eBay says, yeah, I love buying job lots or whole collections. Saves a lot of time. It does save a lot of time, but there is that downside to it that, are you going to make the most of it? I mean, you can always just buy job lots, cherry pick, and then bundle the rest. I mean, but it depends on your personality, because I find that I want to do that. I always have that intention, but then I'm like, am I really going to just bundle it and let someone make a few easy quid out of it, or shouldn't I be doing that? Shouldn't I be splitting it down and selling it off? I kind of get...
Yeah. The key is knowing yourself, knowing what floats your boat and what you want to get up for in the morning, and what just brings you down. And it's different things for different people. I get really excited about something that's a nice label or a nice brand, but I really struggle with the bread and butter stuff. It is a struggle.
Thing is, we used to have the benefit where like Beck had more time. Beck's quite happy to just list anything.
She is, yes.
But the problem is she's not got as much free time now, and so with work, and then it's like she's like, no, leave it for me. But then I know it won't get done because timing is an issue, and with work and everything, you're finding it hard, aren't you? So
Hello.
but then
if it was the only thing you're doing, that would be fine, but it's not, is it really?
No. So then it leaves it down to me, so I've got to kind of just focus on picking up stuff that I know I'll actually come home and list.
Yeah.
I think it comes down to a price thing, really. Like, if I'm at least listing it for £15 or £20, then I can kind of do it. But when it's like 10 or under, I struggle a little bit.
Yeah, because it's your time. I think it is still that thing of people not necessarily realising it's the time. It takes you as long to list something that you can sell for 40 quid as it does to list something that you're going to sell for a tenner. So, yeah.
Okay. Wow, we've got nearly 100 people watching this.
Wow, really?
Well, it
No,
must be
must
bored.
have. Yeah, must have. Yeah, no. I'm just like, thank
Not
you.
like boring, not like we're boring or anything, but you know.
Yeah,
No.
It is raining.
it's raining. It's grey, and we thought, yeah, well, it's not raining here. Eh? It's just grey.
No, it's just grey here
Just
actually.
grey.
Oh, see, you're in the conservatory. Beck, are you upstairs then?
Yeah,
I'm upstairs, yeah.
That is so funny.
we spend a lot of time like this.
We can't even spend our time together anymore. It's just like, yeah.
Don't you bet you work more productively when you know.
Yeah.
Are you both working at the moment as well? Yeah.
I was just doing YouTube stuff really. But
I was meant to be working, but now I'm not.
are you not working?
Not
He's
now.
getting distracted by the chat.
No, now I'm not. I'm just like, oh, I don't know. It's just looking at this.
Yeah.
This stuff's just depressing me. I'm gonna just go and get more clothes tomorrow. Ken says, "Don't waste your valuable time." It's true, Ken. Shouldn't be wasting valuable time. Is so valuable, and it's like, you know, sometimes you just think, "Oh God, what am I doing?" But especially when you're trying to like list stuff that's like crummy, you know, it's just
Yeah.
just because you've got it for super cheap or whatever. I do that sometimes. I'll buy stuff and then I'm like, why did I buy this? I'm not gonna.
Did you ever list that suit that you got from the bins? Was it that dead? You got a really good suit, didn't you? And
Oh
then-
yeah, that's listed. Yeah, that's listed. The Burberry one. I've got
Yeah,
a
that was it.
got a Burberry suit. Yeah, that's
I can't
listed.
believe you got that. That was
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I think it's got. I think it's got a watch on it. I'm not sure. I think it
I
has.
did go up there the other week. I don't know whether I told you or not. And I went in. It's really tight though. They've got 3 bins for women and just one.
Yeah,
for men.
yeah. The
Yeah.
men's one is very difficult, and the thing is, it gets as soon as it comes out, it's being ransacked, and the thing
There
is,
was nothing in it when I went. Not that I was really looking in the men's anyway, but I got a few bits out of the ladies. And it was only because we were up that way. I thought, oh,
Yeah.
we'll knit, you know.
there's always loads of women's stuff out there. There's always like
Yeah.
three to four times as much. Men's is never is always like one bin and it gets ransacked completely. Like the women will go through both, so they'll go through the
Yeah.
men's and then yeah.
Whereas men will, we probably go through the men's.
Yeah, exactly. If you've got
Saying that, I have seen a lot more men picking up stuff, ladies stuff. I've been to a charity shop near me today, and on a Sunday everything's half price. It's only $1.99 anyway, so everything's
Yeah.
charity. And there's quite a few men picking ladies stuff up. So.
I think also the other thing I've noticed though is like the very little that I have looked into the women's bins, that it's not as good quality stuff as the men's stuff. And the reason I think that is because obviously there's so much throwaway fashion out there, isn't there? That like, you know, women will buy stuff for, you know, the weekend or whatever. So there's so much more out there, and so the value it's
A
hard.
lot of crap.
Yeah, it's harder to pick out the good stuff. Whereas on the men's side, it's a lot easier to pick out the good stuff because there's not as many labels for men, you know, out there anyway. So, Tommy says it's so hardsy, but I lot everything now worth less than $10. Yeah, I started a new store just for it. Junk drawers, lot bundles. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got to kind of go with how you feel, definitely. And sometimes I just think like, nah. The RC parts are different because there's multiple quantities and it's, you know, it's new in packet. It's very easy. There's no work involved. But if you've got any work involved, like, you know, because with a phone, for example, a mobile phone, there's so much that could go wrong with it. You know, if it's got, you know, this. Is it finding out whether it's unlocked? Am I really going to bother going and finding the right size SIM card? And then, you know, I forget it.
Mind you, Z, I do have to say a big thank you to you because I did pick up an Olympus Mu 2 Zoom, and I've just sold that for £100. So
Nice.
Thank you.
No, those kinds of items are nice, aren't they? Those are like, that's worth it. You know, doing that is worth it. But
yeah,
yeah,
I just hope it stays sold. It always worries me with things like that.
Yeah, that's a nice sale. Was it a UK sale or was it international?
Yeah, I think it was UK actually. I'm posting it off tomorrow morning.
Oh, cool. Where did
It's
you
rather
find
lovely.
charity shop or car boot pickup?
I think I picked that up at a jumble sale. I
Oh
think I paid
wow,
a quid for it.
even better.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a jumble sale. I
Yeah,
bought 3 cameras for £1 each, literally, and I wasn't the first one all through the clothes.
wow.
And I just thought, I'm bored with this. I'm going to go and have a quick look at the bric-a-brac. Oh, okay.
There
Thank
you
you
go,
very
Karen.
much.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. I'll have you.
I recently got a Mew camera. I think it was a Mew
Exactly. But I would
3.
never have picked it up if Dee hadn't.
I'm not the only one. There was. I actually always say this. There's a guy called Yorkshire Reseller. He's into his cameras as well, and I think I got the tip from him originally. But I picked up a Mew
Well,
3.
thank you to him too.
Thanks to him as well. Yeah. Any Mew, I think the one that's super expensive is the Mew 2 without the zoom. But even the Mew 3 with a
Yes.
zoom, I got a Mew 3 for a fiver, which sold for like 60, 70 quid pretty quickly as well. So definitely
Yeah.
good money in those things, isn't there?
I'll pick them up anyway, even if I don't know at the time. I'll pick it up because I mean, for a quid, it doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah.
I picked up a camcorder the other day from the charity shop up the road from me.
Oh, nice.
It was a Canon one, and obviously they've got all the numbers on them, haven't they? So they're very easy to look up.
Yeah.
And then I paid £10 for it, but it had everything in it. It even had the instructions and the remote control that hadn't been
Nice.
used, all in a bag. And tested it all and everything. It was working fine. And yeah, put it on and listed it. It sold within a week for £85.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
That's on a
Camcorders
draw.
are great. Yeah. Camcorders are fantastic pickups, but like you said, you've got to make sure they're all tickety boo. I like the mini DV camcorders. Those tend to do really well. With the
You don't
little.
often find them at the car boot. Well, my car boot you don't, because they always go. They're first thing to go. So, and it's not something I really look for at car boots. But it was in the charity shop near me when I was having a look through the clothes and just seeing it on the shelf. I thought, well, go on for 10 and I'll just take
But,
it.
well, I mean, the profit in that is so. It's when you get an £80 sale come through, it's so nice, isn't it? It's just.
Yeah.
It's
But
just.
then you start worrying about. It went to somebody that had something like 3 feedback, and I was like panicking. And then it was abroad, but it's on GSP, so I'm okay with that.
Beck gets very has strong feelings about people that she thinks are trying to stitch her up on the eBay thing.
Yeah.
Like you get a bit.
Oh yeah.
You get a bit. She gets angrier than I do. I'm just there going.
I do get a bit angry.
It's
I do.
it's still hard
Yeah.
to. It's still hard to
Well, it's
sometimes.
weird, isn't it?
I think it's just
Yeah.
hard sometimes to accept, isn't it? It's like even though you know you should, that it's part of the business, and we always say that, don't we? Like our refunds and returns and scammers are part of the business. Saying it is one thing, but actually coping with it is quite another, isn't it, hun?
Yeah, I have my good days and bad days. I think it depends on what type of day I've had. If I've had a bit of a rubbish day, I kind
then-
of just start screaming at my phone and going, yes, whatever. I'm not dealing with
Ready out
you.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had like a little bit where we had like 2 or 3 returns. You know when you get like 2 or 3 returns
yeah.
come in.
You always get them on the boats, don't you? You get them on stage and then
Group.
in a day.
Yeah.
I've got one at the moment which I'm using the new seller protection on. I've opened the case against the lady. She sent a dress back and it was a brand new tagged dress. No problems accepting the return. She took about 2 weeks before she decided to open the case. She sent it back, and that's all well and fine. Absolutely reeks of smoke, cigarette smoke.
Oh no.
The new tagged dress, and can't sell that as new tags because it needs to be washed. So.
Yeah.
So I rang eBay and they walked me through how to open sort of a seller protection case. So
I hope that works out for you.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. I think George Ross did a video on something he did with seller protection.
Oh, right, yeah.
You know, he sold one of those DVD VHS combis like somewhere in Europe, and he had to pay like 30 odd quid to get it returned back because even though it was a GSP sale, the guy had said that it wasn't working or something, so he had to pay for it to get back. And you know, from what we know so far, when he rang them up and spoke about it, they didn't even ask for proof of what it cost him. And they said, yeah, he'll get his 31 quid back for the return, and he's already relisted it, and it actually sold to a subscriber as well. So he got his item back, he sold it, and hopefully he's getting his money back. So that's if it goes going by that, hopefully you'll have a good result, Sam. So
Well, fingers crossed.
Depends.
I'm not bothered. I'd give her a partial refund. I don't mind giving a partial refund because at the end of the day, I've still got the dress and I can wash it and relist it and sell it. But it's just the fact that people think that they can just, oh, I don't, you know, I'll just send it back. It reeks a smoke, but it's brand new. I'll just send it back. And you know, a lot of people would say, oh, it's not worth the time and effort. But I think personally, if everybody thought that way, and if everybody thought, oh, I'm not going to bother, it leaves the door open for people to keep on doing it.
Yeah.
And I really think that
Yeah.
you know, should make a bit of a stand, really, and say, well, no, this is not acceptable. If you took that back to a store, I'm sure they wouldn't accept it back reeking of smoke.
I think you're right. You do have to draw a line when you won't kind of tolerate it. I mean, I suppose sometimes that comes down to how much you've got invested in the item, how much it's sold for as well. I mean, you know, there is the argument that obviously if it was like a really low value sell, like if it was like a fiver or something, you know, let's say if it was an old PS2 game or something, and then came back, and you'd think, "Oh, do I?" Because you should technically, because you're right, because people shouldn't feel that it's an easy, you know, thing for them to do. But yeah, it's definitely worth doing, especially if you feel that you know, I suppose, like I said, if it gotten to you, if a particular case makes it feel that way.
Yeah, I try my hardest not to let things wind me up because it's like all this with the item specifics and people were really going off on one. And I
Oh
just
God,
thought,
yeah.
you know what? There's no point because eBay just going to do it anyway. They're going to do what they want anyway. So what's the point in stressing yourself about it? Just,
Yeah.
but, I don't like I don't like people blatantly taking the mick though. It's
Yeah.
just not acceptable at all. So. But Heather doesn't have that problem, do you, Heather?
Well, people taking the mick.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I think
you do free returns, so you do it so.
I do returns, free returns. It does take some of that stress away. For my general good health is a good thing. But I had somebody who wanted to return a pair of jeans, and this was quite a while back now, and they could have printed off a label completely free of charge. Nothing happened at all, and I thought, well, they're obviously not returning them. Then I had an email saying the item has been delivered. You need to refund, and I thought it hasn't. Right, so I rang up eBay, and I actually got someone quite helpful. I had a good seller experience with eBay, and the guy was really apologetic and said, no, of course it hasn't. He hasn't used the label. I can see that. We'll close it straight away, and you won't lose any money. So hey ho.
Yeah. We had something like that.
They're not
didn't
always
we?
bad.
Yeah, I think we had something like that recently, where no, I think we had something like that where we had someone that didn't use the label and just you know asks. I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, well, the item turned up. It was the Guitar Hero dongle. I remember because I just kept
Rebecca
shouting at my
remembers.
phone.
Yes.
I remember this one because I kept shouting at my phone on this one because he kept asking me like stupid information that was already there. It was like, I need your telephone number, I need your address, and it's like, well, if you download the label that you know that should be generated, then you don't need my address. You should have it. It will automatically have my address on it. And it was just absolutely driving me crazy. and yeah, he ended up not using the label, returning the item, posting it himself, so paying for the postage himself. And I just said to Zahir, I said, I'm not refunding his postage.
No.
I've told him to use the label. I'm not doing it. And we didn't end up getting any problems with him in the end, did we? I think we just refunded the item and what
But
he
the thing
originally
is,
paid for
but the thing
postage,
is,
but
if we were
I didn't.
dishonest, we could have just said we've not received it because he's not gone
Yeah.
through the process that's been created by eBay. We could just have said no, we haven't received anything that's to do with this return case, and then it could get closed. I mean, obviously it's pointless to do that, but like, it is annoying when, especially when
No.
you feel bad for them because they often end up paying far more than they would have needed to
Far more,
pay
yeah.
had they just used the label, because they go to the post office and they often end up paying way more than they need to for returning stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
does anybody get open cases that they just don't send the item back? I've just had one closed, and
Yeah.
it was for a men's Jaeger suit, and it was quite expensive. They opened the return saying they just didn't like it, but never sent it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it auto
I just find
closes.
dealing with stupidity. I find stupidity the worst of all. I don't mind if someone has a genuine issue, but if they're just being as dense as is a black hole, I can't abide that. It just, it boils my. Yeah, it does.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, you do get that.
We do get them. I had somebody asking me what the size of something was. I think it was something like the length or the pitch of it, and it wasn't just it wasn't in the item description. It was actually in the title. Oh, it was the inch on a pair of shoes. Not only was it in the item description, it was in the bloody title. It was actually in the title. Like, no. What's and then
Yeah, numpties. I mean, I put exactly the same information in the condition box as I do in the description. It's always an exact copy so that it's in two places. If the mobile app is being weird, then there's a chance they'll see it. But yeah, you still get them saying, oh, well, what is the maximum size on this? And I said, well, I said it's 24 to 36, If they choose not to believe you, that's another thing.
Dave says not everyone has printers. Some order from phones and poor. Yeah, I mean there are always exceptions, but I will say that in the year 2020, if you're going to be using eBay, then you should at least have access to a printer. I mean, like
the library though, can't
you could. You even got Jasmine Banbury says, I had a lady buy a ring. She wanted a return after almost a month. I agreed, sent the label, it timed out. They then opened a PayPal case, got the ring back after 2 months damaged, looked worn, lots. Yeah, that's... I mean, that's...
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. I think it's really frustrating that eBay and PayPal have got such different ideas of what is okay and what is acceptable as a return. Ideally, you'd want... I think this is one thing that could be good about this new payment processor that they're going to be using. Because at the moment, with PayPal, I think people can open claims or cases 180 days after the purchase. So in a way, and that's completely independent. So that's independent to an eBay case. So you could go through an eBay case and eBay could close it in your favor, and it kind of means nothing at all because at the end of the day, the money was paid through PayPal, and PayPal can, PayPal offer the buyer protection, which buyers can then open cases 180 days from, that's, let's put that in perspective. That's like 6 months, man. That's who offers that? I mean, seriously, like 6 months is bonkers, and that completely overrides anything that eBay does. I mean, the only thing you're really gaining with eBay is you're making sure you're not paying an unnecessary final value fee or something. That's the only thing you're really protecting yourself against, because if a buyer wants, they can still, after failing a case, can happily go onto PayPal, and I don't think PayPal will stop them from opening a case. And then you have to go and prove it all again or whatever. It's, yeah, don't know. But hopefully that might change if eBay are using their own payment processor, because then maybe they can align their policies.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That would be good.
When's that supposed to be happening?
God knows.
You know?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've just heard, isn't it? It was meant to be happening at some point. And Neville's
I'm
got a
gonna-
question.
That's been rolling around for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Right, just quickly, I'm gonna go because I've got to go cook dinner. Otherwise, no one's eating dinner tonight. So
Yeah, I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to be in a so.
All right.
So
All
we'll
right.
see you later.
Okay. All right. See you later. Oh, okay.
Right. I'm not actually cooking tonight, so
Oh, okay.
yes.
Neville actually had a question for Sam, but Sam's gone. How are you going to clean the item without new tags? Well, no, that's the thing. I think she was saying that she wouldn't be able to sell it as newer tags anymore because she's going to have to clean it to get the smoke out.
Yeah. You've got to wash it. You've got to take the tags off. I think you'd be pretty clever if you kept the tags on and washed it.
Yeah.
And things just don't look the same when they've been washed. You know.
Yeah. And Kent says, and usually they keep the item and the money. Jones says we need a new reality show where stupid buyers get sent to an island and have to fight each other to escape
Yes.
and go through daily
Oh,
seminars.
I'd love that. I think me and Mrs. N could sort that out quite well.
Crazy. You forward
I
email.
think the phrase "this doesn't suffer fools gladly."
You know what? It's something like you said. You know, you have to. You will encounter, isn't it? I mean, there's no escaping it, and
Yeah.
just it doesn't get any easier though, does it? Because you just feel like, you know, you find it hard because you can't yourself see yourself ever asking some of these questions. You know, some of the questions
No,
you get asked,
exactly.
you're like, would I ever be in a position where I hope I never ask a question like this?
Oh God, I hope I don't come across quite such an idiot. I mean, I buy quite a lot of things on eBay, and I have particular, you know, is it long enough? Is it this? Is it real leather? Is it whatever? What astounds me is even in this age of all these bloody specifics, can't even talk, that we're supposed to have, that when I'm looking for something, it's got ridiculously tiny amounts of information, like basic measurements aren't on it, and I'm like, well, there's no way I'm going to buy it. If the person who's selling it cannot be bothered to put basic measurements on, they can't seriously expect, you know, someone to go through the process of buying it all. You know, but then I put all the measurements in mine, so
Yeah, it's good at least that they're kind of forcing that actually, because I was one of the people that didn't used to put measurements in clothes listings. So now, was it Ginge TV says I've had a few times where buyers do a PayPal refund and not eBay, and even when I provide proof of PayPal still refund and the eBayer gets a free item. I mean, that's just wrong. I mean, that's just completely
Yeah.
wrong. Shouldn't be happening.
that's a loophole that needs to be closed. But if they're not doing anything because they're going to go with these other people, then yeah, I can see that. But
Yeah.
I just wish I could sort it out. Oh, hello, lights are on.
Yeah, I put the lights on. I thought it got a bit dark.
I'm
Yeah.
loving the t-shirt collection there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. It's my ASAP. Yeah. You forward email to store, they print. Doesn't matter the platform. Yeah, I suppose, Tommy. But yeah. Well, I think I might call it a night as well because I'm gonna
Yeah.
just. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna hope someone else goes live so I can carry on watching YouTube. I think that's my
Exactly.
plan.
Just carry on doing
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Just as a very last thing, though,
Yes.
when you're on the mobile
Yes.
and it tells you that you've got a couple of items that need item specifics,
Yeah.
I go in and it takes me to a listing template page. It doesn't take me.
You know what?
Just me?
That is so annoying. I've noticed even on the desktop every now and then it started to come up with that message for the recommended specifics, but when I click on it, it takes me to like a not found page, and it's so clunky. They're not making it easy to fix these, so
They're not helping themselves, are they?
no. Well, thanks for joining me, Heather.
On that note.
Yes. On that note, thanks everyone for popping into the stream. Hopefully someone else will be going live soon so that I can continue my binge of watching YouTube. Thanks. All right, see you later.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.